After a long weekend of tournament action, Denver and South Dakota are the two left standing with an NCAA tournament berth at stake. Denver is undefeated at home this season and will do whatever it takes to get their 5th consecutive championship title. Will the Pioneers extend their 25-match winning streak, or will the Coyotes take them down? The Summit League Championship starts now on Altitude. A beautiful day outside on this Sunday afternoon in the Mile High City. Inside Hamilton Gymnasium, the top two teams in the Summit League are facing off for the league championship. Hello everyone, alongside Megan Connor, I'm Brad Thompson. Thanks for joining us here on Altitude. As expected, the top two seeds facing off. What do you anticipate?
A late set match, absolutely. These two teams stack up better than any two teams in this tournament. They're both scrappy. The pressure is on for both teams tonight.
These are the top two teams in the league, the number 1 and number 2 teams, and they know each other well, Megan.
Absolutely, they played a few times already, but how they got here is very interesting. Denver taking on Purdue-Fort Wayne yesterday, and South Dakota and North Dakota State to a 4-set match to get them to this championship today.
Both of these teams had a first-round bye in this tournament. They did not play Friday evening, so that's a big advantage, but it's equal for both of them since they both had the bye, but it helped them get here. Now, when they faced off the last time, it was a big deal, and overall this series has favored the Pioneers, but it's been tight lately.
It has, and South Dakota was the only team to take University of Denver to 5 sets. It wasn't a sweep, and Denver's used to sweeping, so big time move for South Dakota.
Pioneers undefeated at home, but when South Dakota came in here, they gave the Pioneers everything they could handle. It was a back and forth match. The offense of the Pioneers, the defense of South Dakota, it was a real thriller.
And I've seen both of these teams play the best volleyball I have ever seen right here on this court.
The Pioneers have won 25 matches in a row on the season. South Dakota has won 9 of their last 10. Something's got to give between these two teams. Stay with us, it's coming up next. Summit League Volleyball on Altitude is brought to you by Pepsi, the official soft drink of Summit League Athletics. By your hometown Toyota store. Summit League Volleyball on Altitude is brought to you by Pepsi, the official soft drink of Summit League Athletics. By your hometown Toyota stores. Toyota, let's go places. By the Honey Smoked Salmon Company. Honey Smoked Salmon is the energizing, ready-to-eat protein superfood. And by U.S. Bank, the official bank of Summit League Volleyball. Both teams just announced the starting lineups as they meet at center court here for some high fives. Good sportsmanship. The Summit League Championship. South Dakota and Denver Pioneers 27-1 on the season. South Dakota 20-9 on the season. Pioneers undefeated in their home court, 15-0 in Summit League play as they're huddled up and getting ready for things. Denver led by head coach Tom Hogan, and he's been with the program for a while, also was an assistant before he became the head coach. But Coach Hogan, in his third year, he's done a tremendous job.
He just won the 2-time Coach of the Year in the Summit League. So if that's any indication of how good of a coach he is, then that's a good sign, especially for this program.
On the flip side for the Coyotes, Leanne Williamson. And if Coach Hogan didn't win the Coach of the Year, it probably would have went to Williamson. She's been fantastic.
Absolutely, both young coaches as well. And Leanne Williamson has been phenomenal for this program in her 5th season here with South Dakota.
Everybody is ready to go. Great crowd on hand here at Hamilton Gymnasium. Fans from both teams ready to get loud. They've been loud already. And just like that, Weideman sends it over, and we are underway here. Becca Latham can't terminate the first attempt, but Tina Bowe, she handles business.
And I do want to note yesterday versus Purdue Fort Wayne, all 3 points of the set, all 4 points of the set were scored first by the Pioneers.
This overpass and a joust there. South Dakota comes up with it initially. Grace Tippins will swing. The block is there. Taylor Wilson, the senior middle, Corydon, Indiana, made a big play there. She's one of the players to watch for sure for this Coyotes team.
Taylor Wilson absolutely crucial for the Coyotes team at the net yesterday.
That one too deep. Was there contact? No, the up official says. Point to the Coyotes. Wilson will be serving again. The seniors, first team All Summit League. 13 kills against North Dakota State. She hit .310 yesterday as she helped the Coyotes advance past North Dakota State. Latham this time with a cross-court swing, and she pushed that wide in front of the coaching staff. And a good start for the Coyotes. They're up 3-1.
Yesterday, I don't know if we coined the phrase, but we started calling Becca Latham Lethal Latham. So if you want to use that tonight, feel free. She's got a gun on her arm.
She's got another chance here. And another point to the Coyotes. And Latham, that's uncharacteristic of her. She hit .312 on the season. Incredible hitting percentage. She's first team All Summit League as well. Over 320 kills on the year, but she's had a couple of swings here where she pushed it wide. And that one's going to count for the Pioneers.
And that was Grayson Tippins, a freshman who has been unbelievable in this tournament for the Pioneers.
5'11", an outside hitter, a freshman, as you mentioned, from Austin, Texas. She's in there because of Kaya Marinkovic. We'll talk more about her later, but she is unable to play. She's out due to injury. Couple of overpasses here. Now Dotsev with a chance. That was her first swing here. She's going to be fed the ball a lot, and Latham hammers that one down.
That was a great setup, too, for Latham. She is perfect at the cross-court kill.
Latham, Anderson, Tippins, Bartolo, Carabine, Bowe, and Willis are the starters for the Pioneers. And a block that time from Latham. Emma Willis also involved there. Let's see whose hand that went off of. Tina Bowe back serving. Overpass. Latham says thank you very much.
And that's smart volleyball right there by Becca Latham. She knew she could just take it. They were caught off guard. Look at the defense on the other side of the ball, completely thrown off guard by Becca Latham. 2
kills in the match for Latham. Tough serve Tippin's going to go over on one, and that's going to make it to the floor, although the Coyotes, a couple touches to keep it alive, could not play it over. Pioneers on a run here. They were down 4-1. Now they've got the lead back. Quick setter attack there. Anderson trying to play it on that final touch over, cannot. Gertis, Wilsons, Jurgens, Dotseth, Weideman, Rasmussen, and Fonseca are the starters for South Dakota.
And one thing I love about these two teams is their willingness to sacrifice their bodies to get the ball back in play, just like Anderson did on that last one.
Latham in rhythm, another kill. Anderson and Latham are going to sub out. Taylor Yoakum and Dre Eddy will be in.
And here's a good rotation. Give Becca Latham a little bit of a break. She was on fire there, but sometimes that's a good thing to change the rhythm on the offense.
Latham 3 kills in this one. Pioneers have the lead. Lotion out of the middle, and that one dug out by Eddy. This one's tight to the net, look out. And Dotseth, the senior, takes care of it.
Dotseth showing her stuff, why she was named the Summit League Player of the Year right there.
5'11" senior from Johnston, Iowa. 417 kills. Over 4 kills per set for Haley Dotseth. Truly remarkable season. She's been a player, if you've followed the Summit League, that she's been doing it for a long time for the Coyotes, but really, truly shining here. The Player of the Year, as you mentioned, Megan. Carabine is there to dig it out. Yoakum with a big swing. Great defense from South Dakota, one of their strengths, and then the Pioneers into the net there, the point going to the Coyotes.
One thing I've noticed from the Coyotes team, not only for this season but through this tournament, is that they do not give up easily. They will do everything they can to get the ball back up and play and get a point. It's really fun to watch them play defense. Rasmussen in particular, the Summit League Defensive Player of the Year. But the way they fight, the way they keep plays alive and in position and diving, the effort that you've already mentioned, it's incredible to watch the way they cover this court. And that's why this game, I think, is going to be so interesting and so exciting, is because South Dakota is so good on defense and Denver is so good on offense. Coyotes with the lead back. They had it early. They've regained it here. Lydia Bartalo able to keep that one alive. That one blocked by the Coyotes at the net. Willis trying to find the floor, cannot. Now she's got a chance out of the middle, and that one is in. Snuck it in along that back line. What a smart move by Willis here. If you notice, the Coyote defenders all came up to the net, and she just puts it right back in the backcourt. Beautiful play by Emma Willis. That one's going to be wide along the far side, and that's going to give the Pioneers the lead back. Tough serve, the Pioneers, one of the best in the country as a team serving. Now, that one floating over, and Macy Carabine was in the back, had to race up to get it, couldn't get there, and the Coyotes say, we'll take it. Rasmussen just playing that one over off the bump, and it found the floor. Now she's back serving. Eddy to Willis out of the middle, going for that back corner, and the Coyotes were there. A block there for the Pioneers at the net. Carabine able to come up with that one, as Susak's got a number of chances here, and that was off the hands of the block, and a point to the Pioneers. And I want to give Carabine mad props on that last play, because she's the one who started that. Her defense on that last play was stellar. She's now back serving. Sophomore from Bargersville, Indiana.
And a big swing. Was that kept alive? Wow. Now Lotion with a chance, off the block and down. Lotion's gonna sub out. Mejana Fonseca from Aurora, Colorado, the junior. A couple of Colorado natives on the South Dakota team. Mejana, one of them. Yoakum crushes that ball.
Yoakum can get the highest hops I have ever seen. Not only is she really tall, but look at how high she jumps getting that ball over the net.
6'4", redshirt junior, transfer from Colorado. New addition this year, and what an addition she has been. This one's in the middle. Carabine trying to keep it alive. Pioneers with effort there, but cannot pick up the point. South Dakota ties it up.
That was a miscommunication there. A lot of DU players there thinking the ball was out. It was actually back in play, and they couldn't get up in time to get it over.
Latham and Bo got tangled up there, and Latham was slow to get up, and now the Pioneers out of rhythm on that offensive attack. We'll keep an eye on Becca Latham, see if she is her normal self there. Appears to be just fine, but Lolo Weideman sending that serve over. Anderson to Bo, straight down.
And this setup from Anderson to Bo is one that I hope we see a lot during this match. It is very deadly.
Well, that connection accounts for two players in Anderson and Bo that are honorable mention All Summit League for DU. And a first team All Summit League performer, Taylor Wilson, crushes that ball. Wilson has taken advantage of her opportunities. 2 kills in a few attacks. Anderson to Tippins, excuse me. Dotseth, who we haven't seen got the, take that many swings so far, but she is so dangerous. That one wide on the tip there by Latham.
Dotseth is one of those players that chooses wisely. She doesn't take every single opportunity, and I think that's what really makes her a smart, really incredible volleyball player.
Well, how do you earn Summit League Player of the Year? You have over 400 kills and over 350 digs. She's very good at the service line. She is a do-it-all type of player, as that's a block by the Pioneers. Claire Gertis, the freshman in the middle, had that one sent back.
Tina Bo right here at the net with Tippins as well. 1-2 duo at the net with the block.
Bo with over 100 blocks on the season to lead the Pioneers. Dotseth that time taking a big swing, and she's going to pick up the kill. 15-13 is the score. The visiting South Dakota Coyotes have the lead early here in the first set. Back here at the University of Denver, the Pioneers are not at full strength. That's Kaya Marinkovic, the junior. She has been sensational for this team. Look at those stats. unfortunately, she got hurt yesterday.
She did. It was early in the match. It was so unfortunate to see. Looked like she was in a lot of pain, and this is a big loss for this team. She has 282 kills on the year. Really, not only a leader on the court, but off the court as well. Big loss for this Pioneers team.
First team All-Summit League performer. She played in 100 sets. She played in every set up until yesterday, missing the second 2 sets of that match for the Pioneers. So she's a player that's been out there the entire year and has really contributed to the Pioneers being 27-1 on the season. And she's not out there. Grayson Tippins is filling in for her. She did a great job yesterday, but this is a big blow. The Pioneers certainly not at full strength with that injury.
Absolutely, and luckily, Tom Hogan and his staff are so good about the kind of athletes that they recruit that they have a lot of depth to be able to make up for it, but it's still a huge loss for this team.
Pioneers certainly have a lot of weapons. That's one of the things when you talk to Coach Williamson on the flip side to say, how do you defend them? And she'll tell you, well, there's a lot of weapons. The Pioneers have 3 players with over 250 kills and 6 players with over 130 kills. Now, without Marinkovic, you're down one of those players, but a lot of weapons for the Pioneers offensively, and they're going to need them against this very, very tough defensive team in South Dakota.
And it just gives more opportunity for players like Emma Willis to step up at the net, just like on that last kill.
Tied at 15, service error there from the Pioneers.
Errors are going to be really crucial in this game. These teams, they cause a lot of pressure, and pressure can lead to errors. So whichever team can put the most pressure on the other team, they're going to get some easier points.
Speaking of pressure, that's an overpass, and Christina Susak taking care of business, the Colorado Springs native. She went to Pine Creek High School. And speaking of pressure, when you're talking about a match that one of these teams is going home, right? Their season is over. The other one advancing to the NCAA tournament. So the elimination factor really ratchets up the intensity, and you never know. Some players rise up and others don't.
Absolutely, and I think this really is a battle of will and a mental battle today. We're going to see who the stronger mental team is coming out on top tonight.
Coach Hogan and the Pioneers want a timeout, and it's granted. And let's take a look at the regular season in the Summit League and how we ended up here. The Pioneers unbeaten, incredibly unbeaten in Summit League play.
Yeah, but then you look at the other side with South Dakota. 13-3 is a remarkable record for this team coming into Denver.
And the other thing to note, Omaha, the 3 seed, they had a fantastic season. 12-4, you see the winning percentage there. They got knocked out in the first round. They went home on Friday, and that was an upset. North Dakota State able to step in, get the win. They would advance to play South Dakota State, and then the Coyotes with the win yesterday. But very competitive at the top of the Summit League. In the end, it's the 2 teams that, after looking at the regular season standings, we anticipated being here in the championship match. That's not how tournament play always goes. We saw the 3 seed go down on the first day, but that bye, the top 2 seeds, important to remember, those top 2 seeds get a bye in this tournament. They don't have to play on Friday. They advance to the second round, semifinals, which was yesterday. So they both won 1 match to get here today. So their hard work during the regular season, a little advantage for this postseason tournament. And the Pioneers, of course, hosting because they won the regular season last year, and 15-0 this year. They will be hosting the Summit League Championship a season from now in 2019 as well. Down official talking things over at the table. 18-15, Coyotes with the lead and serving. Willis up high to get that one. Eddie with the set, second on the team in assists.
It looked like it tipped the defender over the net, but Willis, she has so much power behind that ball, was able to get the point.
Lotion with a big swing. The Pioneers got their hands up there at the net. Bartalo able to come up with a kill, and she's a player I expect to get some more opportunities offensively without Marinkovic in there.
And this season, Bartalo broke the record for aces in a single season as well. She had 59, and the previous record was 48. Very impressive from Bartalo.
Susak with the kill. She's able to score for the Coyotes, makes it 19-17. Henning Rasmussen, the junior from Oak Creek, Wisconsin, the libero, Defensive Player of the Year in the Summit League. Watching her defensively is a real joy, the way she covers the court. Never giving up on a play, but Bartalo that time, too much for the Coyotes.
Rasmussen, she is so exciting to watch. I get tired just watching her run all over the court every match.
Lydia Bartalo, sophomore, Colorado Springs. The leader from a service aces perspective as Lotion off the hands of the block and down. Makes it 20-18 Coyotes. Fonseca back in there. Bo, and there's that defense from Rasmussen. One-handed dig there. My goodness, over 1,300 digs in her career. This one tipped into the back corner. And that back set there from Eddie could not connect to Yoakum. 21-18 South Dakota.
And Yoakum just not enough under that ball to get it in play. And we were talking about pressure earlier, and the Pioneers have way more to lose, obviously, in this match being regular season title winners. This is their home court. They have so much more to lose. This should just be the cherry on top of an already incredible season, whereas the Coyotes have nothing to lose.
Let it fly. 20-9 on the season, 13-3 in the Summit League. The number 2 seed here, Pioneers, 5 times in a row have won the regular season. They've won the last 4 Summit League championships. But right now, that point is going to go to the Pioneers, and South Dakota can't believe it. I was about to say right now South Dakota has the lead. They still do, but that point going to the home team. Coach Williamson is up with a couple of choice words for the up official, and then turns to her team. And then she's going to take a timeout. 21-20 is the score, and this is what we expect, a very tight match.
Absolutely. These two teams, I just am so excited to see the offensive-defensive matchup. Coyotes there. It did look like it may have hit a Pioneers player. It's hard to tell from our angle sometimes.
The up official ruling a point for the Pioneers, and that's why Coach Williamson was so animated there along the sideline, saying there was contact there on the block of the Pioneers. 21-20 is the score. Pioneer pep band here as always. And a great scene here at Hamilton Gymnasium. One of the reasons the Pioneers are so successful at home is this home crowd, this home atmosphere. 17-0 on the season, and it's wild to think Pioneers 27-1. They haven't lost a match since at Utah, August 25th.
Don't jinx it.
August. I'm just stating the facts here.
I know.
Megan. August 25th. I can't even remember August. Who knows what happened in August?
Yeah. And
Thanksgiving is next week.
Yeah, it is. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that. But they're so great in postseason play as well. This is their 6th championship match.
Winners of 4 of 5 so far, the last 4. Bo with a swing out of the middle, over past Joust there, won by Juergens. And the big swing from Latham, who's back in there. She comes up with a kill, and that ties it up.
That was a good move by Coach Hogan, putting her back in the rotation after the timeout, just getting a little bit more momentum for the Pioneers.
Anderson is back serving the setter, leads the Pioneers, came in with 650 assists. Just a sophomore, and can't come up with that one as the Coyotes find some room in the back row there, and they've got the lead back.
And that was Taylor Wilson, one that we mentioned earlier as one to watch, stepping up there for the Coyotes.
6-foot senior. She plays with a lot of emotion. You love watching her play. The spirit she has for the game and competitive fire. She had a block there on that Latham attempt. Bartolo going to take a swing, and Weideman able to come up with it in the back row. Tight to the net, off the hands of the block. Dotseth, such a smart player.
I have had such a pleasure watching Dotseth play volleyball. One of my favorite players I've ever seen play the game.
Right there, she knows she's got two up against her. The set a little tight to the net. Just goes for the tip, plays it off the hands, and out, and a point to South Dakota. They are 2 away now. It's 23-21 as the Pioneers and Coyotes on their respective benches talking things over. Megan, you were here yesterday, part of the broadcast. Tell me about what you saw from DU without Marinkovic out of there. I know Tippins came in, she played well. She had a number of kills coming in, 8 kills, I believe, against Purdue-Fort Wayne, but did the Pioneers look like the team that you'd expect?
They did, they absolutely did, and they have a lot of depth on this team. The injury could have easily broken them. They could have said, oh my gosh, Marinkovic is out, I don't know what we're gonna do, and instead, they had multiple players step up and give them that win that they needed.
Here's a look at the kills per set leaders. Haley Dotseth leading the way, and part of the reason why she's the player of the year in the Summit League. Latham is up there as well in 4th place, and Taylor Wilson a part of it. Those are all first team all-league performers, as you would imagine, and the talent in this contest is remarkable when you look at both sides and where they rank as far as all league players. Statistically, career numbers are off the charts. As it's a fun one to be a part of here, in a championship on the line as Latham sends that one back. Able to anticipate that at the net.
And Latham, there's another smart player, another one of my favorites to watch. She read that one perfectly.
And if you're the Pioneers, this is who you want at the service line. 60 aces on the season. Carabine with a big dig, and Bo able to score, and that ties it up.
And there's that matchup again, Anderson and Bo.
Here's another look off the hands of Wilson. And that flies too deep for any Coyotes to come up with. And again, we've got a timeout, and this is, we expect this. A lot of timeouts, a lot of stopping the momentum. You're gonna, in postseason play, you're gonna let those runs be a little bit shorter, try and stop things as soon as possible to get the momentum back. And we broadcast, Altitude carried the game the first time these two teams matched up here on this court. Now, they played the first game at South Dakota, first match I should say. That was a 3-0 sweep. Pioneers taking down the Coyotes, but it was a different story when they came here and played on this court on October 30th. And we had a lot of bonus volleyball. We had 3 sets going into extra points. So it's what we expect, a tight match like this, but the Pioneers have been so dominant at home.
Yeah, in the last 3 years, look at this. They've lost 1 game at home in the last 3 seasons.
It's truly remarkable when you talk about the home court advantage, this Terraflex court. Coach Hogan able to put this in and make it happen. And a lot of the players love playing on this surface, the home crowd, the atmosphere, the band, the cheerleaders, everything that goes into it. The Pioneers have had a lot of success, but South Dakota is not intimidated. That 3-2, even though they lost that one on October 30th, they gained a lot of confidence playing here at home, and now they have the lead. It's set point.
Yeah, if you can take the favorited team to 5 sets on their home court, that I don't know what else would give you confidence.
When it gets into the 5th set, any team can win. It's certainly up for grabs. So Lauren Sauer is in a crucial moment here. They go to Bow out of the middle. Sauer able to pick up the dig. Latham not in rhythm there, out of system, couldn't take the full swing. Now Dotsev, as the Pioneers able to keep it alive. Tipped over, still alive from South Dakota, but Bow ties things up.
What a play by Tina Bow. The Coyotes were scrambling after that little dump over the net, and she just takes advantage of that.
Bow, the sophomore from Plymouth, Minnesota. She was on the all-freshman team a year ago. Honorable mention, all-league performer this season. Pioneers just able to keep that one alive. Anderson fairly off the floor. Now Bow diving for the dig. Weideman able to keep it alive. Over on 2, didn't work out. Weideman again in great position, but an overpass, and this is the scrambling effort and grittiness of this South Dakota team that is truly exceptional. That one pushed wide. Willis with a big swing, cut it hard that time, and another set point now for South Dakota.
And that's just one of those crucial points. I think, she just got really excited and just put a little bit too much behind it.
Madison Juergens sends that one over. Anderson to Willis, and she didn't know where it was as it got played over. That one in the back corner. My goodness, back and forth we go.
This is championship volleyball. It should not be easy for either team, and nobody is going to go down without a fight in this match.
Pioneers avoiding the Coyotes, coming up with a win, a couple of set points there, but now we're tied at 25. Dotsev, watch out, so dangerous. Carabine able to come up with it. Now Rasmussen with the dig, and that point's going to go to South Dakota. Willis going to be the guilty party called on that one, and Coach Hogan with a glare for the up official.
Yeah, you can see right there, Willis, her hands went over to the other side of the net.
Coach Williamson knows her team has a chance to take set number 1 here. And Yoakum comes out. Katie Mahoney, a junior, number 17 in there for the Pioneers. Dotsev and the South Dakota crowd on their feet. That one way out of bounds, but what a play by Tippins to keep that alive. But finally, South Dakota takes set number 1.
And I don't think you can ask for a better start if you're the Coyotes. Taking the University of Denver on their home court in the first set says a lot in this championship game.
Certainly they want to come out strong and eliminate this crowd. They did just that. 27-25, South Dakota takes set number 1. exhilarating set number one. It went to the Coyotes from South Dakota, taking down the Pioneers 27-25. Let's look at some of the players of the week in the Summit League. As we look at the Coyotes, they've had a lot of success this year.
They have, and if you look, it makes sense. Rasmussen getting Summit League Player of the Week twice. She was also the Defensive Player of the Week for the Summit League. Player of the Year.
And it's shocking not to see Haley Dotseth's name on there when you're talking about the Player of the Year in the Summit League, but just didn't work out from a weekly standpoint. But a number of players to the top honors. Pioneers head coach Hogan get the Coach of the Year. Dotseth getting the Player of the Year. Rasmussen getting the Defensive Player of the Year. A lot of hardware handed out between these two teams, and that was Thursday night, the awards banquet here in Denver. It's always the night before the championship starts. Carabine with another dig. This one off the hands of the block. Rasmussen is there. Wilson's going to tip that one over. And Latham tried to keep it alive, but Wilson's going to pick up the point.
And Wilson just getting it right over the hands of the Pioneers at the net.
Wilson 4 kills and 8 total attacks. Also 3 digs and a block so far. Look at this effort. Wilson on the final touch cannot play it over, but Fonseca from Aurora, Colorado with a great effort to keep that one alive initially. Bartalo, we talked about serving the Pioneers #1 in the country, not just #1 in the Summit League, #1 in the country in aces per set, #2 in total aces. The strength of this Pioneers team is really at the service line, and credit South Dakota for their serve receive as a block is there for the Pioneers here.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's another reason why you see all the action from Rasmussen. Their defense on neither team so far has had a service ace, and that just shows how powerful this defense is so far.
And even when the Pioneers don't pick up the ace, a lot of times they are getting teams out of system. As Dotseth's going to take a big swing there. It dropped in behind her, just over her left shoulder. 3-1 Pioneers. That one into the net, service there from Bartalo, the sophomore, also a first-team All-Summit League, perhaps the best all-around player for DU.
Bartalo able to laugh it off, say my bad. One thing that the Pioneers team is really good at is just on to the next play. Just leave it there. It is what it is. On to the next.
Latham on to the next as she puts that one down. Picks up another kill. She now has 7. That's a match high.
And here we go. Lethal Latham with that cross-court kill.
Bow with a tough serve. Lotion, and it's going to go point to the Pioneers. 5-2 the advantage as Tina Bow's back serving. Jurgens to Lotion, and Elizabeth Lotion able to pick up the point, the junior from Omaha, Nebraska. 231 kills coming into today. She's got a team high 5 to add to that total. She's hitting .333 so far. And a miscommunication for the Pioneers. Ace for Dotseth.
And that's the first ace for the Coyotes tonight.
34th ace of the season for Haley, the senior. Rasmussen right there anticipating that setter attack. Carabine trying to keep it alive. That one's headed our way, Megan. Megan Connor able to make that play,
I'm ready to go in.
Point goes to South Dakota. There's the pancake, and Bartalo just can't make the next play.
Pioneers looking a little bit out of rhythm after losing that first set.
And that's the confidence that this South Dakota team has coming in here. And again, they didn't get that win October 30th, but they gained a lot of confidence as Latham there with a tip picks up the point. They know they can play with this Denver squad on this court when so many other teams have struggled and haven't been able to have success here. They had everything but the victory, and no one loves moral victories, but they gained a lot of confidence coming in and taking the Pioneers to 5 sets, and you can see them playing with that confidence now. Yoakum, now that one deflected off the block. Susak with a chance, and that one hits the floor on the near side.
Eddie trying to get that one back in play. Probably should have just let it go out of bounds, but there you go again, Coyotes at the net. Really smart play.
Rasmussen had 21 digs versus DU October 30th here at Hamilton Gymnasium, and 570 digs coming in on the season. That is amazing. Wilson has been effective here. That time can't find the floor. Did get the Pioneers out of system. This time, she scores.
That's Wilson's 5th kill. She's hitting 500. That is extremely impressive.
(8-6). The score, Coyotes in front after taking the first set. Jurgens to Wilson, and that's a great connection.
Right before that timeout, I was going to say this would be a good time for a timeout. I think the Pioneers really need to throw the Coyotes out of their rhythm.
Coach Hogan down 3 right now, wants to talk things over. The Coyotes on a 4-0 run right now. They have the lead back. It's 9-6. Taylor Wilson, a big reason why, a senior for the Coyotes. She's off to a great start in this one.
Taylor Wilson, 6 kills for 11 attempts, hitting 545. Can you believe that?
Impressive. She hits out of the middle. She also has 3 digs and a block. She is making it happen. She plays with such emotion. You love seeing that. And why not? Where else do you want that emotion? On this court, Championship Sunday, Summit League Tournament Championship up for grabs.
Especially for seniors. This could be their last match ever. So why not give it all you have?
What more could you ask for? The chance to move on to the NCAA tournament, and a Wilson and Lotion there.
Speaking of Wilson, there she is at the net. I'm not kidding you when I say Wilson can do it all.
Second block in this one, and the advantage is 4 now. Pioneers trying to find their footing here as South Dakota is giving them all they can handle. And Willis out of the middle, able to score. Rasmussen almost got there in front of the scores table.
And a much needed point there for the Pioneers, now trailing by 3.
No regard for her well-being as Annie Rasmussen that time crashing into the boards. 2 points in a row for the Pioneers as Grayson Tippins, the freshman from Texas, Tipping Springs High School, is back serving. She's got a strong serve. Wilson, though, too much for the Pioneers on that one. She continues to her play right now. It's exceptional.
And she threaded that one right into where there was just a tiny bit of space on the court.
She's got 12 total attacks as that one goes to Willis. 7 kills and no errors for Wilson. Emma Willis is going to pick up the kill. She now has 5 kills in this one. She's hitting .364. See if she gets fed the ball more, although she's out here. The block is there. Tina Bowe trying to ignite this Pioneers squad with some defense there.
Not only does Tina Bowe ignite things with her play, but also her emotion. She leaves everything out there on the court. Whether she's upset or whether she's excited, we see it.
Yoakum's going to pick up the kill that time. And we talked about the emotion from Wilson. You get that exact same emotion out of the middle for the Pioneers and Tina Bowe. Wilson with a tip. Carabine able to cover it. Jurgens diving effort there. She's a redshirt freshman setter. She's a lot expected from her. And that point is going to go to South Dakota.
We talked about this Coyote team, their defense many times, but when you physically see it, you can see every single player on this court is rolling around trying to get the ball back up and play.
They understand their roles, their responsibilities. And priority number 1, don't let that ball touch the floor. That one drops in behind the block. 13-11. Coyotes. Weideman has been serving tough for South Dakota. Now she comes up with a dig. Wilson, and she continues her run right now. She is on fire.
And that one, she puts it right there, backcourt. Anderson not able to get a hold of that one.
9 kills. That's a match high for Wilson. And South Dakota continues to go to her, and why not? That is going to be touched by South Dakota. That was right in front of the up official. Coach Williamson wanting an explanation from the down official. Both teams sorting things out, getting some instruction from their respective coaches. Here's another look.
And regardless of the call, it's made, and you just have to play the next ball. That's all you can do.
And there's no question, there's going to be a lot of calls. There already have been that, one side is not going to like. As South Dakota comes up with that one, the guy that had the best view in the room as the up official is right in front of him, right in front of the pin there. But South Dakota, as you mentioned, moved on, and they've just picked up the next point.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you can do. You can't hold on to it. It is what it is.
Dotseth going cross court with that one, painting the line. Lauren McManus, number 7, is in there for the Pioneers. As Bartalo able to play that one off the block. Now McManus is going to sub out. Tippins back in there, number 1. second straight service error for Bartalo, who's been so good from the service line all season. But that one into the net. Madison Juergens, the redshirt freshman, the setter from Odell, Nebraska. Now, she watched last year, Brittany Jessen, all-world setter for the Coyotes, has finally graduated as she was so good for so many years. And Juergens learned a lot from her last year, and she's really stepped in. To have a freshman be your setter, that's asking a lot of a young player, a redshirt freshman, so at least she got a year to experience school and the program and know what to expect from Coach Williamson. But that is a tall task, and she has been tremendous this season. Honorable mention All Summit League, just her freshman campaign. And then some room in the back row there between Bartalo and Bo. And South Dakota extends their lead. Dotseth against the solo block of Latham, and she's too good of a player there to go up against just one blocker. Anderson with a tough set there on the outside, really tight to the net. Anderson able to keep that one alive. And South Dakota into the net. Pioneers catch a break there.
And as much as we talked about how good South Dakota is, they've been on a run lately, Denver is still in this. They're only down by 2. Do not count them out. This is their home court, and they want to win this championship.
Well, we saw the first set go to extras. I mean, it's something that we anticipate could be all 5 sets in this one, but the Pioneers have to get it together from the service line right now. You're talking about the #1 team in the country in aces per set, and they only have 1 ace this afternoon.
And it makes you wonder why that is. You know, this team is used to pressure. They've been ranked #1 all season. Why now are you having service aces?
Tippins that time into the net. 19-15, the Coyotes with the lead, and Coach Hogan wants a timeout right now. Pioneers can't seem to find that rhythm in making, whether it's service error, attacking errors, not what we've seen from the Pioneers all season long. With the timeout, it gives us a chance to talk about the all-league team and a number of players on each side involved in this one. In fact, 3 for each team going first team all-league.
And it makes sense. So like we mentioned earlier, both teams are stacked pretty evenly. This is going to be a really, really great match to the end.
Dotseth the player of the year, Rasmussen the defensive player of the year, and then you see Katrina Marinkovic, a big loss for the Pioneers, got hurt yesterday in the first set against Purdue Fort Wayne. She is not out there, so one of the big guns for the Pioneers is not out there, and that can understand maybe some of the rhythm, the connections, those issues when you've got new players. Tippins played 22 sets all season. She's just a freshman. That's a tall task for her to come in having not played very much and thrown right into a championship final. She played yesterday in the semifinals, but it's a big spot for a freshman.
Absolutely, but she also has had great teachers. I mean, all these players on this team, there's so much depth. Hogan really makes sure that at the drop of the hat, he can put in any one of his players, upperclassmen or underclassmen, and they will perform. And that's an expectation that he has of every single one of his athletes.
Rasmussen out of that timeout. Number 15 will be serving. The junior, 29 aces on the season. Sends that one too deep. The Pioneers say thank you to that. They've had their own struggles from the service line. Now Grayson Tippins, the freshman, is back to serve. Lotion had that one sent back. Bartalo with a block. A service error there from the Pioneers as their struggles continue from that service line. Fonseca from Cherokee Trail High School is in and serving. That one is in. Very close to the end line there. Emma Willis picks up the kill as she subs out. Willis now with 7 kills.
And we talked about the depth on the Pioneers team and the expectations, but when you have multiple players that are not in sync, it's really hard.
Coach Williamson wants a timeout as the Pioneers have cut this lead to 1, and they've got a little bit of momentum building here of this home team and this home crowd, but it's been the hustle. We've talked about it. South Dakota just refuses to let the ball hit the floor.
They don't, and that's why they are so good on defense, have the Defensive Player of the Year. Denver, they just seem very out of touch, out of rhythm, and they're miscommunicating, and it's frustrating, I think, and they probably feel that as well.
The effort level from both teams in this one is what you'd expect. It's been championship level. Both teams talking things over. There's a look, wide view of Hamilton Gymnasium. Pioneers undefeated, 17-0 at home. Well, they've got their hands full right now with the Coyotes. Coyotes had a great home record as well, 9-2, 8-3 away from home. There's one of the Coyotes coming home, Fonseca. And there's some young Pioneers. It's a great sign. Excited for their team, hoping the Pioneers can win their 5th straight Summit League championship. They're down 1-0 right now to South Dakota. 27-25 was the score of set number 1. The Coyotes picked up the win there. Wilson, who's been so successful, slide out of the middle, can't find the floor. Jurgens to Wilson again. Pioneers trying to keep it alive in that corner, and right in front of the bench, they cannot.
This is really unusual play I feel like we've seen from the Pioneers. Normally they're really in sync and you know, they're able to get some things going. We haven't seen really a big run from them in a while.
Yoakum had that one sent back. That one did not go over the tape. 22-19 as Lolo Weideman subbed in, a freshman from Center Point, Iowa. 14 is back serving, sent that last one over, and will be at the service line again. Pioneers on a system again. Dotseth with a swing and off the hands of the block, slowed down there for the Pioneers defense. Bowe with a quick swing, another quick swing. Bartalo that time. Wilson off the hands of the block, and the Pioneers cannot keep that one alive. 23-19.
And that last point, we've talked about Rasmussen so much in this game. She was all over the court. She was crucial in getting that play back up for the Coyotes.
Weideman targeting Carabine there. Big swing from Bartalo, and that one is going to find the floor, going into the stands, in fact. Weideman couldn't come up with it. Bartalo, a player the Pioneers have counted on all season, had a great swing there. She had a big block earlier in this one. Let's see if that sparks her and gets her going.
Absolutely, especially at the service line where we really need her the most.
Dotseth, too much for the Pioneers.
Dotseth wanting to just show the Pioneers why she is the Summit League Player of the Year.
Set point here for the Coyotes. Bowe just has to tip it over. Anderson the set to Bowe, and that one eventually makes it to the floor, rattling off Lotion and Jurgens. Pioneers stay alive.
Pioneers fighting. They're on their home court. They don't want to lose 2 sets early in this championship match.
Dotseth, that time wiping up some perspiration on the floor right at the net. Bartalo is the player you want back there for the Pioneers when they need to go on a run. Dotseth can't find the floor. Anderson out to Latham. Fonseca with a big dig. Bow out of the middle, and she scores. 24-22.
Here we go. Here's some momentum that the Pioneers need.
Bow and Anderson there on the connection. Bow able to pick up the kill. It's going to be her 6th kill in the match, and still set point right now for South Dakota. And to be able to take a 2-0 lead on the road in a championship match, put the Pioneers' backs against the wall, it would be so big for them to pick that up. They're in position right now. See the Pioneers still fighting, clawing, doing everything they can to stay alive. Right now, they've got to get several points in a row.
Yeah, they do. And like we mentioned earlier, this is so much more a mental game than a physical game. The Pioneers have to know this is the championship game. This is the cherry on top of our incredible season. And we have to give it everything we have tonight.
Pioneers, one of the best serving teams in the country when you look at it. There's the rankings, I should say. Aces and aces per set. Now, those are first in the Summit League, but they're also first in the country in the NCAA when it comes to aces per set. We haven't really seen that today. They've got 2 aces when you look up at the stats so far. That's what they average per set. We're almost done with set number 2. That doesn't quite equate. And not only that, we haven't seen them get South Dakota out of system. It has been a tremendous weapon for the Pioneers from the service line, and right now we just haven't seen it.
We haven't, and I think that's a testament to the defense of the Coyotes.
South Dakota's been fantastic on their serve receive so far. Dotseth had that one sent back, and that point's going to go to the Pioneers. That came off the block is really what made that point possible for DU.
Dotseth not able to get it past the Pioneers.
Jurgens to Dotseth again into the hands. Bow out of the middle. The Pioneers have had success, and it happens right there, and all of a sudden we're tied at 24.
And that's when they need it. Tina Bow coming in clutch for the Pioneers.
Bow with another kill, 7 in this match, to go along with 2 digs and 4 blocks. This is tight out of the middle. It was Gertis with a chance. This one dug out. Dotseth again. She's had a number of chances here late in this one. Bow again coming through. Pioneers with the lead.
You can see Bow right there, center net. Just winds up so hard and gets it right down the middle of the court.
Now the Pioneers fans on their feet here, set point for DU, and they're going to win it 26-24. What a comeback in set number 2. Pioneers with their backs against the wall, about to go down 2-0. Somehow they pull this one out. Tina Bow, Lydia Bartalo making it happen. We're tied at 1. Back here, it's intermission after 2 sets. What a thrilling match so far. 1-1. We are all tied up. Now we're going to be joined by Stephanie Sadukia. Listen, you're an assistant commissioner. Thank you for joining us. You're part of the Summit League. What have you seen in this tournament so far? It's been a great 3 days of volleyball.
Yeah, it's been really exciting. We opened the weekend up with an upset with NDSU beating Omaha, so that was exciting. And then NDSU yesterday came back and had a really hard-fought match against USD. And then even Denver last night was tested with Purdue-Fort Wayne coming at them and almost taking that first set. So it's been really exciting volleyball this weekend.
We've got the top 2 seeds now. They had byes on Friday, so they won yesterday. They're here. And can you believe what the volleyball action, the level of volleyball we've seen so far?
It's been excellent. It's been great to see them. They've been fighting all year in the top 2 spots. And just to see these 2 teams go at it, it's been a great match. You can see it's 1-1, and it'll be great to see the next couple sets.
No surprise.
No surprise at all.
Extra volleyball in each of the first 2 sets between these 2 teams. What a matchup it is. Okay, let's talk about the league as a whole. This year, North Dakota got added to the league. What did that bring to the league, and how did it diversify things?
It's been a great addition to the league. UND has been great in the Big Sky. The last 2 years, they made the NCAA tournament, so it just makes us a stronger league as a whole and brings our game up in volleyball. So it's exciting to see them join the league as well.
And I know talking to Coach Hogan and Coach Williamson, they were both excited about North Dakota coming in the league with that barometer and how much success they've had and how competitive they've been. So it's great to have them in the league. We've got more things to come here in this championship match. Right now it is 1-1 between South Dakota and Denver. Stats are coming up next along with set number 3. Back here, getting ready for set number 3, but let's check out the stats between South Dakota and Denver after the first 2 sets. It's been thrilling thus far, very even. And looking at the stats, Megan, what jumps out to you?
Well, the attacks, it's interesting that it's so evenly matched, but look at the attacks. Denver with 101 and South Dakota with 84, which means they're winning a lot on the defensive side of the ball.
Pioneers with the advantage defensively at the net with those 7 blocks, but the dig's a huge factor for South Dakota. That's how they play. That's what they're known for. That's what Coach Williamson has built this program on. Not that they don't have the offensive firepower, because we've seen that from Dotseth and Wilson. Lotion getting involved as well. Wilson right now with a game high, a match high, 11 kills in this one, leading the way for the Pioneers. It's Becca Latham, as she has all season. She has 9 kills. Tina Bowe was huge late in that second set to come up with a couple crucial kills and put the Pioneers over the top. But what a comeback from DU, led by Tina Bowe, to get that win in set number 2. You do not want to go down 2-0 in a championship match.
Absolutely not. And Tina Bowe, she added 2 onto her 6, which gives her 8. Her hitting percentage is now .300. She's also had 2 digs. She's been very powerful on the Pioneer side.
Let's see if that sparks the Pioneers, that rally, that comeback. They haven't looked like themselves, and that's credit to South Dakota. They can be very frustrating with a team like DU that's so good offensively. When you're not finding the floor, you got a lot of plays out of system. So certainly credit South Dakota for creating that frustration and keeping them out of rhythm. But we'll see how things transpire with the Pioneers picking up that win, carrying some momentum over into set number 3.
And there's Wilson again, her 12th kill on the night over the heads of the Pioneer defenders.
Juergens with a beautiful back set. Now she's going to pick up the kill here on the attack. Number 4, the redshirt freshman from South Dakota. 2 fantastic plays in a row.
That was a really good read there by Juergens on the Coyotes.
The block. South Dakota putting up a wall at the net.
And Wilson, again on that block, her and Juergens at the net are a tough duo to beat at the net.
Willis, the quick attack, set up beautifully there from Eddie. Carabine, 5'11", liberos, back serving, 17 aces on the season. Wilson with another chance, and she drops it in the donut. She has been so effective, whether it's big swings, she's taken something off of it, that time on the tip. She's been able to find the floor time and time again.
Yeah, she's one of those players, she really knows how to read a defense.
Bo tipping that one near the end line. Dotsev with a swing, and McManus can't come up with it. Wilson back, serving again. 5-1 lead. If you're the Coyotes, this is exactly what you wanted. You took that shot from the Pioneers. They were able to steal set number 2, and they come right out in set number 3, and they're up 5 already.
Yeah, they're trying to prove that they belong here. They were favored in this match to come 1-2 with Denver, and they're saying, you know what, we deserve to be here, and we know this is your home court, but it doesn't really matter.
Wilson with the dig that time on a big swing from Tina Bowe out of the middle. Eddie to Bowe again. Juergens able to cover. This one's sent out and dug out, but played over on one there. Bartala with another chance into the back corner. And again, the Coyotes are there. That one too wide from Bartalo. 7-1 the advantage.
Bartalo just a little bit too much power behind that one. Trying to get something going for her team so they're not down 6 points.
Well, indeed, that's the case as Coach Hogan wants a timeout. He does not like what he's seen from the Pioneers after all that emotion and the win in set number 2. That little intermission has given the momentum back to the Coyotes. In fact, they took it back. They've got the lead 7-1 right now. Both teams back out on the floor after 2 highly contested sets to start things off. Coyotes winning the first, Pioneers winning the second. South Dakota opening up a lead here, one of the biggest in this match right now. They're up 7-1.
And this rotation for the Pioneers hasn't been clicking. Something needs to change.
Anderson and Latham are on the bench right now, and it's part of that 6-2 system that Denver runs And Wilson having a nice run here from the service line. They're on a 4-0 run right now. Yoakum had that one sent back. What a block, Haley Dotseth.
Dotseth not only coming up with the kills, there she was with that solo block at the net.
'44th block of the season for Dotseth, who we've said it already, can do it all. Yoakum with another chance. Let's try and can't find the floor. What a save by Carabine, flying out of bounds to keep that one alive. Bow over on 2 that time.
Smart play by Tina Bow. You can see the Coyotes caught off guard there on that play. She took advantage of that right there in the middle.
Over on 1, I beg your pardon there. Weideman went down to get that tough serve. Carabine ready for that one. Able to keep it alive on the setter attack. Latham now back in there along with Anderson. Carabine again with the dig. Here's a setter attack from DU. And the Coyotes able to play it over. Bartolo with some open room in that back corner. She picks up the kill, 8-3 now.
Bartolo picking up her 8th kill on the night with that smart play for the Pioneers.
Anderson, the sophomore setter from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. From the old freshman team a season ago, now honorable mention this year in the Summit League. And a smash that time from Dotseth.
McManus there in the backcourt trying to keep that ball back in play. Dotseth just able to get it past her.
That one's going to go to South Dakota. And rotation issue there for the Pioneers. 10-3. Jurgens to Dotseth. And McManus able to come up with it. Now Latham with a chance, and Rasmussen is there. It goes over though, and Latham puts it down.
And Latham just with the tip over the net. We're used to seeing her with those hard slams. Read that one really well, just over the fingertips of the Coyotes defenders.
That one touched at the net from DU. Point to South Dakota. Tippin's back in there. As McManus subbed out before that last point. Dotseth back serving. Anderson to Latham, and she terminates.
Latham taking down 2 of the Coyotes players on that one.
Anderson had 33 assists in the matchup on October 30th as Tina Bow is back serving. Lotion with a chance, and Willis is there. Emma Willis, a great player for the Pioneers, been doing it for so many years. The senior from La Jolla, California. She was first team All-Summit League last year, honorable mention this season. She's gonna take a swing there. And that one was in, overruled by the up official. The line judge, it was at his feet. Couldn't get much closer to him. He said that one was out, and the up official overruled it. Let's take another look.
It's hard to tell from our angle, that's for sure. But with that kill, Willis will have her 9th kill on the night.
After that replay, it looked like it did sneak in that back corner. Attack out of the middle, the block. Emma Willis says not up in here. Willis with over 100 blocks on the season, 2nd year in a row. She has been a wall at the net defensively for the Pioneers. Also 166 kills coming in. Add 9 to that. I'll give you her total. Hitting 500 in this one. Susak can't find the floor. That one's set into the back over on 2 from Anderson. But the block is there again. The Pioneers rallying right now with their defense.
Inching their way back into this match, not giving up. No way, not in this championship match.
Grayson Tippins able to get all the way out to the pin there and shut down South Dakota. Lotion there on the attack, but that one got sent back. Pioneers trying to claw their way back. They were down 7. They're on a 5-0 run right now. Anderson, Bowe, 2 of the leaders, both just sophomores, part of that outstanding sophomore class the Pioneers have. But those 2 see the intensity on their faces, and now over to South Dakota. They're just, Coach Williamson, I'm sure, says, take a breath. We're doing just fine. We're still in front. Let's get a side out here, get serve back, and do what we do.
And on the other side of it, I'm sure Hogan's telling his team kind of a similar thing. Like, we have this. We know we can do it. We've done it before. Let's just calm down, try and get into that rhythm again, and keep up the good work.
That was a big block from Tippins, the freshman, put in a tough spot after the injury to Marinkovic. And you saw a burst of emotion from her, and let's see if that gets her going. Incredibly talented player, 5'11" outside hitter from Austin, Texas. Came up with a big block there as Tina Bowe at the service line as we're back to action. Juergens, back row attack that time. Latham with quick reaction to keep it alive. Tippins, there you go. The block, and now a kill.
I feel like she heard what you just said, and we just spoke her name, said that she needed to step up and get that point, and that's exactly what she did.
11-10. An ace for the Pioneers, Tina Bowe.
That's the 3rd ace for Denver in this match. We've talked about how good they are at the service line. That is something they need to keep up.
34th ace of the season for Bowe. Anderson comes up with a dig. Latham, out of system. And dot set there in the background. Now a little back row attack from the senior. Willis out of the middle. And again, she finds the floor.
And that's when you see Willis at her best. When her teammates really need her to come through with a kill, that's when she shines.
Willis now in double figures in kills with 10. Susak had to wait on that set for a moment. Now Latham, and she picks up the point. And here come the Pioneers. They're on a 8-0 scoring run.
To come back from such a large deficit and to now be up by 2 shows so much about the endurance and mentality of this Pioneers team.
Tina Bowe, again, one of the catalysts here. She was scoring late in the second set. Here she's on a nice run from the service line. Latham up high to put it down. 6'4" senior taking the elevator up and slamming it down.
That's a smart move. Look at the finesse on that kill by Latham.
Susak with a big swing, too much for Tina Bowe. Christina Susak, the senior from Colorado Springs, coming up with a big point for South Dakota. They really needed that.
Susak, that'll be her 6th kill on the night. She's hitting .267.
Lotion back in there, an overpass, and Susak again, 2 points in a row. You can see Anderson going up there, trying to hang there, and she saw it was too much. It was over the net, couldn't make the play. Anderson to Latham, look out below. 15-13, Pioneers with the lead.
Becca Latham, the point before that she had was just a tip over the net. This one, she slams down the middle of the floor. I have never seen somebody so dynamic on the offensive side of the ball.
Wilson, that one dug out by Carabine. Now Rasmussen returning the favor with a dig. Back row attack. Bartalo with a one-handed save. Susak into the block of the Pioneers. 16-13 and a fist pump from Coach Hogan off of that point.
Yoakum and Willis on that block. Great point for the Pioneers.
Eddie with a tough serve. That one came off the tape. He's able to keep it alive with a diving effort. Carabine finally plays it over. Wilson out of the middle. Eddie there for the dig. Yoakum with a chance. Dotseth right there. Now Lotion. And that one did not make it over the tape. That wasn't the block of the Pioneers. An attacking error there from Lotion.
Lotion not as powerful as we normally see from her. Only 6 kills tonight, hitting 53. Not the best performance we've seen tonight.
What a swing there from Wilson. Quick attack out of the middle. She crushed that one.
And Wilson's been a little quiet as of late, but she's another one of those players that when she needs to step up, she'll do that for her team.
Fonseca sends over that tough serve. Bartalo in position. A tip works out from Tippins. She's got that look on her face saying, I didn't mean to quite hit it like that, but it worked out.
And I don't know if I would call that all luck. That seemed like a very smart play to me.
She's been sending laser serves over. She's got a lot of power behind that serve. This one's tight to the net, and Wilson's going to win that one.
That was a bit of a misread on Willis. Looked like it was going over the net. Instead, it was on the Pioneer side.
Lolo Weideman back in 14, sends over the serve. Carabine goes down to get it, and Willis out of the middle. And it looks like South Dakota was into the net there. 19-15, the Pioneers might be the first to 20 for the first time this afternoon.
And again, that just shows you the endurance and the mentality of this team. They were down early in this set, clawed their way back, and are now up by 5. That is so impressive.
Pioneers feeling it right now. They were down, like you said, big early in this one. Some great defense at the net. Tina Bowe again coming through, closing that block off and sending it back. Well, Becca Latham has been doing it. The senior for the Pioneers has been doing it for so long. It's no surprise she's leading the Pioneers with 14 kills in this one.
Latham, such a leader on this Pioneers team. Her last season as a Pioneer, really, I think it's really important for her to step up and make this season count.
Second year in a row, she's first team All-Summit League. And we got to give a special shout out to Becca Latham. She came into this one 996 career kills, 14 kills in this one, over 1,000 in her career, joining the 1K club. Congratulations, Becca Latham. An elite company right now with those kills. Pioneer fans loving what they're seeing right now from the Pioneers. Perhaps not what they saw in the first couple of sets, but DU seems to have found that rhythm. It's up to South Dakota to get back doing what they do best, frustrating the Pioneers and getting them out of rhythm.
Yeah, it's important for them to apply pressure. That's really how they beat teams. They put pressure on them, pressure on them, pressure on them. And right now, Denver isn't feeling that pressure.
And the Pioneers much better as that one is in. Dotsa coming up with the kill, much better from the service line, forcing South Dakota to get out of system offensively with some tough serving, picking up a few more aces, and that has been key. Lauren Sauer, the redshirt junior from Eden Prairie, Minnesota, is in there, sends that serve over. Eddie to Bo, and Sauer there for the dig. Dotset that time. Was there contact on the Pioneers? There was not. 21-16.
Just a little bit too much power behind that one for the Coyotes. They really needed to get that point.
And now Latham is rotated back in there, and Anderson will be serving. 22 aces on the season for Anderson. Here's Latham. We've seen it all afternoon. That's number 15, tying her with Wilson for a match high.
Latham hit that ball so hard, it went off the hands of the Coyote player and into the rafters.
So much power on her swings. This is what I mean about being out of system, those tough serves by the Pioneers. Bo now found some room in the middle, and credit Anderson for the set.
And these two, we've seen it all night. It has been very successful. Anderson to Bo, they just have that sync going between them.
One of the staples of the Pioneers, how fast they play offensively, and something that Coach Hogan preaches. Quick attack, play fast, and it's difficult to defend. It's difficult to get a double block up. Right now, the Pioneers are in rhythm offensively. They've got a set point here and a chance to take a 2-1 lead. As I say that, into the net by Anderson.
And that's okay. They have some wiggle room right now, but that doesn't mean that they can play any more lax against this Coyotes team, because they will come back swinging.
And we saw the Pioneers come back. South Dakota certainly capable of that, of a late rally when their back's against the wall, and 2 straight points now for the Coyotes.
And both of those on errors by the Pioneers.
Madison Juergens back serving. And targeting McManus there, and poorly received there. The sophomore from Waterloo, Iowa, couldn't come up with that one, Lauren McManus. Anderson to Bo. Weideman there for the dig, but an overpass. Gertis able to get a touch on that one. That one too deep. Point to the Pioneers. They win it 25-19. They have a 2-1 advantage here after dropping set number 1 to the Coyotes. The Pioneers come storming back. They're up 2-1 right now. They won that set 25-19. Back here at Hamilton Gymnasium, Pioneers taking set number 3, 25-19. The Coyotes had a big lead early. They were up 7-1, but the Pioneers came charging back. Tina Bowe, a big reason why. She's having a fabulous game.
She is. 10 kills on the night for 29 attempts. Hitting percentage is .276, and not only that, she has 5 blocks and 4 digs. All around a spectacular night for Tina Bowe.
Her emotion certainly gets this team energized and revved up. The Pioneers, should mention, hit 302 in that set, hit 300 in set number 2. And on the flip side, just 023 is the hitting percentage for South Dakota in set number 3. And they were just out of system a lot. And part of that's the Pioneers serving that's been so dynamic all season. We didn't see that early on for the Pioneers. They're starting to make that happen again.
Yeah, and that's really important, especially against this South Dakota team that is so used to being in their rhythm on defense. If you throw them out of that rhythm, it's very hard for them to recover.
And credit Macy Carabine, giving a little of South Dakota their own medicine. She's been playing fantastic defensively, 17 digs in this one, and she's been diving all over the court, and you see that a lot from South Dakota, but she's making it happen for the Pioneers.
Absolutely, and South Dakota seems like they're a little bit more, they have more of that on their team. They have multiple players in double-digit digs. It's not just one sole player.
Pioneers now with the advantage, 2-1 after taking set number 3, and really, so far the turning point in this one was late in set number 2, where the Pioneers were up against the wall, set point multiple times for South Dakota. The Pioneers able to rally and basically steal that set, 26-24. So we'll see if South Dakota has that type of turning point in them, because right now that's when the momentum shifted in this match. South Dakota with plenty of time left, and we'll see how they bounce back. Pioneers out on the court, South Dakota back out there as well. Emily Grathoff, a redshirt freshman, 6'3" middle from Commerce Township, Michigan, number 17 out there for, she's into the contest for her first action. Great size in the middle at 6'3", and the Pioneers have had a lot of success. We just showed some highlights from Tina Bowe. Emma Willis out of the middle has had a lot of success. They're leaning on their middles perhaps more in this one with Marinkovic out of there.
Yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, their outsider is doing well too. Becca Latham at 15 kills.
And you're going to get that every game. I mean,
yeah.
She is that type of player. As they go right to Lotion, and she hammers that one down. South Dakota starting the 4th set with the lead. Solo block there. Bowe trying to shut down Lotion, and Lotion is having none of it. And a miscommunication. And just like that, 2-0 South Dakota. They've started so well in each of these 4 sets. Anderson to Latham, that one's down. Smoke on that ball. Lydia Bartalo back to serve as Bowe showing that intensity. She's facial expressions show off how locked in she is to this one. Anderson cannot come up with that. Lotion again.
Lotion dominant so far in this 3rd set for the Coyotes.
8 kills in the match. Wilson leading the way with 15. And Latham, she's got 17, a match high. She has really found her connection with Anderson.
And what an accomplishment for Latham to have over 1,000 kills, 17 in this match so far. That must just make her so happy. What a great accomplishment for not only her, but this organization.
Bowe plays that one off of her face, and it goes over. Wow. Are you kidding me?
Oh.
She's living right.
Oh my gosh, this ball really hits Tina Bowe in the face. She angled it right. She was able to get the point off that one. That was unbelievable.
Kept her balance somehow too, and the Coyotes were just stunned by that reaction as it went across the net and into the back corner. Wow.
And I've been hit in the face with a volleyball before. Nothing as hard as how they're playing, but it really does hurt.
You can see there she's headed over to the bench. Looks like a little blood coming out of her nose perhaps as she's getting some attention from the trainer. Meanwhile, South Dakota 2 points in a row here.
And Wilson with that good read against the Pioneers defense just tips that one right over.
Fonseca, again serving tough. Another overpass for the Pioneers, 2 in a row. And unfortunately, into the net that time was South Dakota. That's an unfortunate break for the Pioneers because that ball was down. Dre Eddy, Evergreen High School product, is back in and serving, one of the setters for the Pioneers. Wilson, again, so smart, saw the double block and tipped it over and dropped it in.
What good timing, too, by Wilson. You had 2 Pioneers defenders at that net. She timed that perfectly to get it just over their fingertips.
Weideman back in there. Sends that serve over. Willis out of the middle. That one went off of the basket here, the basketball hoop that was pulled up to the rafters. It deflected off into the net.
Now, how do you feel if a player gets it in the hoop, they get 3 points?
Well, from that range,
change that rule.
certainly. That one's too deep. Was there contact? In fact, there was. Off the hands of Denver. Grathoff 17 back in there. And Wilson has been fabulous in this one. 17 kills, 516 is her hitting percentage, 6 digs, 3 blocks. Really making it happen. Dotseth had that one block, the anticipation from Willis and Yoakum.
Great block at the net by the Pioneers. Dotseth not able to get it back in play.
Taylor Yoakum, 6'4", coming over from Colorado. And what an addition. As that one was touched by the Pioneers at the net, so Dotseth with another kill. Dotseth with 9 as that one's into the net by Juergens. 9 kills in the match. She came in. We were talking about Latham with so many kills. Dotseth, she's got 1,166 career kills.
Player of the year?
Player of the year. Does that sound like a player of the year to you?
It does to me, yeah.
In fact, it is. And she's racking up the digs as well. Those career numbers way up there. She's a tremendous all-around player, but Latham adding to her total as well.
And that was a good cut shot to the opposite side there by Latham.
Back set there from Anderson. And some room in that back row. Ellie Anderson back serving now. Parabine with a diving effort to keep it alive. Tight to the net, though. The Pioneers are in trouble as South Dakota's going to pick up that point and tie it at 8. I beg your pardon, they have the lead 9-8.
And this 4th set is where we're really going to see the will of these 2 teams, the mentality. They both had to play yesterday. And, you know, it's tough to come out to a championship game after having played 2 pretty hard games yesterday. So we'll see who has the better will and motivation.
Dotseth that time, a little roll shot from the back, able to drop it in. Carabine and Tippins that time, thinking the other one was going for it. Athletic play from Bartolo to keep that one alive. Bow out of the middle. Quick attack. Anderson to Bow. Yes, Tina Bow, after taking that one, last one off the face there. This one, much easier way for her to score, something she's much more accustomed to. Went over, got some attention from the trainer. Quickly back in there.
I feel like that's bragging rights, though. I scored a point off my face. So.
Not everybody can say that. A block in the middle. Rathoff that time, 6'3", up high to send it back. (11-9), the advantage for the Coyotes. Anderson, Tippins, that's uncharacteristic of her as two players go crashing into the table over there. Susak, let's hope she's okay. She's walking very gingerly right now.
Rasmussen chasing that ball all the way into the other side of the court, unable to get that back up. Sometimes you just gotta let him go.
The effort from this South Dakota team, and that's how they've played all season, as South Dakota Coyotes fans can tell you. They give it their all, 110% every time, regardless of how far that ball's going to fly off the court. At that point, going to the Pioneers. Lotion thought there was contact, and that's going to tie things at 11.
And you talk about effort, look at that play there by Lotion for the Coyotes, just over the heads of the Pioneers defenders. Good serve there by Bow.
Anderson to Willis. Juergens, tremendous play to keep that alive. She's got it here again, another dig. Dots up a little back row attack. She's been fed a lot here, but the Pioneers at the net. My goodness.
Pioneers showing the Coyotes a little bit of what they can do now on defense.
The Pioneers, such a big front line, very athletic, and it's two different styles of defensive play, but the DU at the net right now, they've got 13 blocks right now, just 5 for South Dakota, but South Dakota much better defensively coverage-wise, as that one's going to drop in. Fonseca coming back in as we take another look. Wilson every time just seems to be able to find the floor, whether it's a slide out of the middle, it's a tip, she puts her ace swing on it, she takes something off of it. She has been outstanding, much in the same way Becca Latham has. Another kill, the senior coming up huge when the Pioneers need her to.
Yeah, those two players are actually, there are some similarities there in about their knowledge of how they play this game of volleyball.
Wilson quickly out of the middle. She's able to score again. Wilson and Latham now both with 19 kills. Weideman back in and serving. Overpass, look out. 20 kills for Wilson.
And why dig it out to your teammates when you can just take it yourself?
Wilson was very good yesterday, 13 kills against North Dakota State. 20 here today. Willis, and there's Rasmussen going down low to keep it alive. Eddie to Yoakum, too deep on that one. South Dakota now up 15-13. And we've got a timeout on the court. Both teams heading over to their benches. It has been fun so far. 15-13 in set number 4. 2-1 right now, Pioneers in front. Back here in Denver, Megan Connor, Brad Thompson with you. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're enjoying it as much as we are. The top 2 seeds in the Summit League Championship battling it out here in the final match. NCAA tournament berth is at stake. Automatic berth on the line. Pioneers have earned that berth the last 4 years in a row. South Dakota wants to get their hands on it and find out what the NCAA tournament's all about this season. So they've got that chance here. They've got the lead. They're down 2-1. Pioneers trying to close it out, but they are behind right now here in set number 4. Fonseca with a nice dig there. Wilson blocked at the net. That one's going to find the floor. Dotseth, 12 kills in this one.
And Dotseth not the kill leader on this team tonight, but still very strong for the Coyotes.
17, Katie Mahoney, junior from Dundee, Illinois, in there. Saw some time earlier in this one as Willis hammering one down.
And a good setup for Willis. That will mark her 13th kill on the night. She's hitting .522.
Between Bo and Willis in the middle, the Pioneers having a ton of success. Juergens gets the block here. The setter coming up with a big block. Both teams substituting. Wilson is now out. Lauren Sauer is in there. She will be serving, number 8. McManus back in there, number 7 for the Pioneers. Grafhoff also in there, 17, and she's going to sub out here, it looks like.
Emma Willis, smart move on that one. The defender just a little bit off on her timing. Willis able to get it right over her head.
Carabine with a tough serve. Dotseth out of system. Carabine able to dig it out. Bo with a swing. What an effort from Weideman to keep that one alive. Tight to the net, though. Never made it over. Not much Dotseth could do there. 17-16. It remains tight. What a play from Eddie to keep that one alive as Juergens went over, and then Dotseth off the hands of the block. Juergens, very heady setter for just a redshirt freshman, and setting up Dotseth that time. Going to the senior. When you have Dotseth and Wilson, 2 seniors, that's great options to have offensively, and 2 very experienced players that you can go to in big moments like this is. South Dakota's got to come away with the win here. They have the lead. Eddie, Bartalo, and that one's down. Bartalo quietly now with 9 kills.
And that was a really great kill by Bartalo. Lotion in the middle of the court, unable to get that one back up.
Anderson and Latham back in there now for DU. Juergens goes out to Dotseth. Bartalo right there. Latham with a chance. And those balls just go straight down when she's in rhythm with Anderson.
Yeah, that is the absolute perfect set you could ask for if you're Becca Latham.
On the seam there between the double block. Lotion, she's going to terminate. McManus went sprawling there, off the court in fact, trying to keep it alive. Couldn't come up with it. The lead is 1 for the visitors. The Coyotes, and Dotseth now back serving. Anderson to Latham. Count it. Tied at 19, a match high 21 kills for Becca Latham.
And she winds up so hard. Dotseth in the backcourt, unable to get it back up.
Bow almost with the block there. That time she got a piece of it as well. Latham going to send it in the back. Lotion with a big swing, and she puts it down. Coyotes needed that.
That gives Lotion her 11th kill on the night, hitting 154.
And now Wilson is back in, number 3 for South Dakota, who's played so well in this one. That one pushed wide on the near side, 2 in a row now for South Dakota. And a timeout from Coach Hogan as he wants to keep things close, get the momentum back. South Dakota with the lead as they're on the bench over there talking things over. It's remarkable to see both these teams. They've had so much success. The Coyotes with 20 wins, the Pioneers with 27 wins. They're playing the best volleyball of the season right now. And when you look back at the Players of the Week for the Pioneers, a number of contributors, and the one that jumps out, Marinkovic, not out there right now for the U.
Yeah, but then you look at Becca Latham, has had it twice, and she is in for DU and is playing unreal with 21 kills, 40 attempts, and hitting 450.
Now let's not forget Olivia Novotny, one of the seniors from Germantown, Tennessee. Plays very good defense for the Pioneers. Coming up with the Summit League Defensive Player of the Week back in August. Both teams breaking their huddles. Right now the momentum on the side of South Dakota, and it needs to be if the Coyotes want to continue their season. They need to extend this one to a 5th set if they want to win this championship, and they're in good position right now, up 21-19. Rasmussen back serving, 16 digs. The libero and defensive player of the year. Miscommunication there between the Pioneers. They just have to play it over. Wilson dug out by Carabine. 23rd dig of the match. That one hit wide. Tippins, we saw that last time right before the timeout. She went to that same shot, pushed it wide, and it happened again here. And now another timeout as it's 22-19. And the Pioneers in trouble right now. South Dakota with their backs up against the wall in great shape, just 3 points away from pushing this to set number 5, which we saw here on October 30th, the day before Halloween. It was what we expected between these two teams coming into this match. We saw it before, and now it's happening again. Two of simply the best teams. And Elizabeth Lotion having a big 4 sets, and they're really riding her right now, and she's doing a great job. She's coming through.
She is. She has 11 kills, hitting 185, 27 attempts, stepping up for her team.
Lotion, the junior from Omaha, Nebraska, 243 kills on the season. We've talked a lot about Wilson, we've talked a lot about Dotseth, and with good reason, but Elizabeth Lotion had a nice match yesterday, 13 kills against North Dakota State, and again, coming through double figures, 3 digs, 1 block as well for Lotion. And some clutch swings. And Juergens going to her when the Coyotes need it most here, backs against the wall in the 4th set. Both teams back out on the court. Annie Rasmussen will continue serving. 3-0 run right now as it was tied at 19, but Rasmussen keeping the Pioneers off balance. Lotion with another chance, kept alive by Rasmussen, and Tippins that time does not miss.
That was a really great play to watch. Off the block, Coyotes get it back in play, and Tippins just takes it and knocks it back into the court.
Just unloading that time. You can see perhaps a little frustration from those last two swings, and a smash there. And Tina Bowe with a service error at a crucial juncture here.
Yeah, that's not when you want to see a service error. I mean, you never want to see him, but when it's 23-20 in the fourth set, that's definitely not the right time.
Fonseca, Aurora, Colorado native, back in and serving as Lotion subbed out. And Latham, I wouldn't be surprised if she's fed it every time, although she's going to rotate out here, but another kill for Becca Latham.
Yeah, why not? She has had an unbelievable night. 22 kills, 42 attempts, hitting .452. She also had 5 blocks at the net.
And what's your nickname for her?
Lethal Latham.
Indeed, she has been. 22 kills, as you mentioned. Carabine again able to cover it. Juergens to Wilson. Now Tippins with a chance, and just a little bit too much for the freshman. And you can see her teammates encouraging her, keep swinging. She's had some opportunities in big moments. Not able to terminate there. Put it just a little bit too deep as Weideman's back in there. Coyotes fans on their feet, as they should be. It is set point for South Dakota. Katie Mahoney, 17, back in there for Yoakum. Weideman waiting patiently. Willis, and that is too deep. South Dakota is going to take it. Pioneers thinking perhaps that caught part of the end line. Not the case. 25-21, South Dakota with a big win there. Needed it to stay alive. We're going to set number 5. Stay with us. What a match it has been. Set number 4 was 25-21. The result there, Coyotes with the set win. They tied it at 2. And let's flash back here. The Coyotes, big time, backs against the wall, were able to come through.
They absolutely were. Some big time players for South Dakota. Obviously, Taylor Wilson, she's had 20 kills. Haley Dotseth, 13. Lotion, 11. But when you look at the team overall hitting percentage, it's 268. When you look at the opposite side of the ball, it's 175.
Which is the lowest hitting percentage in a set so far today for the Pioneers and the highest hitting percentage for South Dakota in a set. So you can see how that favors the Coyotes, and credit them for coming out and getting things going early and often. Dotseth and Lotion, two big reasons why, and certainly Wilson leading the way with those 20 kills. Dotseth with 13, Lotion with 11, Susak with 7 to lead the Coyotes. On the flip side, Latham 22, Willis 14, Bowe with 12, Bartolo with 9 to lead the Pioneers.
You also look at errors, and what jumps out to me in the stats is that Grayson Tippins had 6 errors and Bartolo has had 7 errors, and that is not okay in a championship match, especially for the Pioneers.
Starting things out with the point is Tina Bowe. This one just to 15, so keep that in mind. And South Dakota's had the lead the majority of the time throughout this match, and often getting off to early starts, but this time the Pioneers pick up the first point. Jurgens to Dotseth, and off the hands of the block. Anderson trying to get there, but it's a kill for Dotseth. Latham and Bowe on the double blind. Not enough to stop Haley Dotseth. Latham, that one did not make it over the net.
That's unusual. That's not a play we're used to seeing from Latham. Usually her timing is perfect, and that was just a miscue on her part.
Anderson to Bowe. That one's played over but out. Dotseth diving to keep it alive. Tina Bowe back to serve. Bowe with 5 digs, 5 blocks, and an ace to go along with those 14 kills. There's another dig, but Rathoff takes that gift and hammers it down.
And Susak almost looked like she was gonna cry on that play. So happy that the Coyotes were able to pull that point out.
Rasmussen, what a great run from the service line in that last one. Starts things off well here as it's 4-2 right now, South Dakota.
If you're Denver, this is not how you want the 5th set of a championship match to go.
And Latham has had some opportunities. Certainly she's the go-to player, and South Dakota knows that. She's got a chance here. Latham a little back, beg your pardon, Dotseth there. Willis crushes that one. More scoring out of the middle for DU.
That's another one of those plays. When the Pioneers need Willis to come through, she does it every time.
Dre Eddy, number 71 in the country in aces, total aces, 37 coming into this one. Second best server on the team in terms of aces. That one pushed wide, but it was touched by the Pioneers, so South Dakota comes up with it. Wilson again.
I am just unbelievably impressed. Honestly, I thought Dotseth was going to be the high scorer on this team. Wilson, 21 kills on 41 attempts with a .488 hitting percentage.
to back up your point, Dotseth has more total attacks. She's got 53 to just 41, but it's the hitting percentage. And right now the Pioneers are really missing Kaya Marinkovic.
Absolutely, and Tippins, though she is playing well, there are some crucial mistakes that she's made that Marinkovic would not have made.
And it's tough. Again, we talked about it. A freshman that's only played in 22 sets coming in. This is a very tough spot to be in. Very talented player. Sky's the limit for her. Potential's off the charts. But she's being thrust into a role, into a high-pressure situation, and she just hasn't played that much this season. And Marinkovic has been so solid. Marinkovic playing in every set of the season until yesterday. And here's a look at the brackets. And not including Friday's action in the first round, but semifinals and the championship. Pioneers competing. Purdue Fort Wayne in a clean sweep, and South Dakota taking down North Dakota State 3-1. That action all yesterday. And again, the number 1 and number 2 seeds matching up. They both had byes, did not have to play on Friday. And that way, that's how we're getting such high quality volleyball, right? They're not playing 3 matches in 3 days, which is extremely difficult, particularly in the Mile High City at this elevation. And both these teams still looking like they've got their A game. Right now, it is anyone's match. The lead for South Dakota is 6-3. They have doubled up the Pioneers. And both teams up against it right now. Neither team wanting their season to end. Can't ask for much more, Megan.
You can't, and we've talked about pressure a couple times in this match, and I feel like the Pioneers are really starting to feel it here.
Susak had that one sent back. Eddie to Willis. Found some room and put it home.
And Eddie with just that great setup to Willis, who takes advantage, puts it in the backcourt. Great play by the Pioneers.
Willis with 15 kills. Carabine another dig, 25th dig in this match. Wilson's been doing it all afternoon, and once again, scoring.
The Pioneers just can't find a way to defend Wilson. There's nothing they can do.
Dotseth off the hands of the block. Eddie to Willis, just has to tip it over, not quite in rhythm there. And another score for Wilson. Continues to make it happen for the visiting Coyotes.
I honestly am kind of speechless. 23 kills, winning percentage of 512 for Wilson. This is if you're going to step up for your team in any time during the season, this is it. And as a senior, what a time to do it. This is it. Give it everything you have. And we have seen every single thing that Wilson has tonight.
A new career high for Taylor Wilson, playing perhaps her best match of her career. 19 kills, previous career high. She's got 23 in this one.
If you're gonna do it now.
Championship moments as Wilson has a chance again. There's the defensive coverage for the Coyotes. Yoakum with a chance, and the Pioneers forced the side out.
And Yoakum, one of those players that sits back and waits for the most opportune moment. That's what happened there. That's a much needed point there for the Pioneers.
Wilson again. They keep feeding her. The result has been the same. Point South Dakota.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Still hitting above 500, adding to that new career high. She does sub out here, as Sauer is in there and serving. Yoakum had that one dug out. Dotseth with a chance. And Bo and Yoakum combining for that block.
Again, we see that good defensive blocking there by the Pioneers. And the energy from Bo. She needs to bring that every second right now that she's on the court.
When the Pioneers have had success and won some sets, defensively they were getting it done at the net with the blocks. They had it there. We'll see if that continues. Anderson and Latham back in there. That's off the hands of Latham. And 2 deep, 10-6 right now.
When we talk about the blocks for the Pioneers, Bo contributes a lot to that. She's had 6 tonight. Emma Willis with 7.
McManus targeted there on the serve. She can't come up with it. Timeout Pioneers, as they're running out of time right now. 11-6 is the lead for South Dakota. 4 points away from punching their ticket to the NCAA tournament. The Pioneer Movement is an annual giving fund for DU Athletics and Recreation. It supports the operating budgets for our student athletes by providing the highest quality experience during their college career. Visit denverpioneers.com, click on the logo to join the Pioneer Movement and learn more about the benefits offered. A crucial point in this one. Pioneers were up 2-1. Let's recap. South Dakota takes the first set. Pioneers rally back late in set number 2 to win that one 26-24. They win 25-19 in set number 3. And here come the Coyotes in set number 4. They pick up that win 25-21. Here we are, set number 5. Got to leave it all out there. There's no more time. This is it. It's got to happen here. And right now, South Dakota outplaying the Pioneers in this 5th set.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the reason why the Coyotes are playing so great in this set is because they have absolutely nothing to lose. Leave it all on the table.
Pioneers, the home team. They've won the last 4 Summit League championships, as you mentioned, so they are the favorite. They are expected to win here, but the Coyotes not scared of this environment or this opportunity, and they're taking advantage, although that one going to be too deep and a point to DU. And the down official overruling. Coach Hogan cannot believe it. He's beside himself here. We'll take another look.
On this point, it is crucial. Every single point counts. And that is why everybody is upset, because it goes one way and then the other. And that is not what you need right now for the Pioneers.
Great look from our crew there. As even when you slow it down, hard to tell whether contact was made. Dotseth, Carabine, she digs it out. Bartalo with a big swing. Can Rasmussen keep it alive? She can. This is the effort, the championship level effort out of South Dakota. Juergens there with an incredible dig. Anderson trying to keep that one alive. And right now, South Dakota is feeling it.
And the 2 sets that Denver won, it was because they were able to throw the Coyotes out of rhythm on defense. Their serving was better. This time around, they're back in the rhythm, and they haven't been out since.
Anderson to Latham. Now Lotion with a big swing. That's in the back row. 14-6. Match point here for the visiting Coyotes, and the Pioneers are not just a little bit behind right now. They're down 8. Coyotes with a chance to go to the tournament. and win this one, take home the crown. Dotseth, the senior, and they win it. South Dakota, the Coyotes are your Summit League champions. 15-6 in set number 5. They were down 2 sets to 1. They rally back and take this one. They win it 3-2. They are your Summit League champions. Summit League Volleyball on Altitude has been brought to you by Pepsi, the official soft drink of Summit League Athletics, by the Denver Post. Summit League Volleyball on Altitude has been brought to you by Pepsi, the official soft drink of Summit League Athletics, by the Denver Post. Get exclusive offers, discounts, tickets, and more with your Denver Post membership. Visit denverpostmemberservices.com for details. By Centura Health, committed to excellence of healthcare and proud supporter of Denver athletics. And by your hometown Toyota stores. Toyota, let's go places. Thriller, the South Dakota Coyotes, the number 2 seed, come in here and shock the Pioneers. They are your Summit League champions. Alongside Megan Connor, I'm Brad Thompson. What a thrill it was. An exciting match. It's just what we anticipated.
It was, and what an upset for the Pioneers coming off of such a successful season to come onto their home court and experience such a big loss like that must be really hard.
Pioneers had won 25 matches in a row before today. Tina Bowe was a big reason why, both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, and to go over some of her numbers, she had 14 kills with a .282 percentage. She also had 6 blocks on the night. All around great night for Tina Bowe.
Becca Latham had a huge performance for the Pioneers. She had 22 kills, but in the end, it was South Dakota. And right from the start, they were giving the Pioneers all they could handle.
Yeah, and you want to talk about, great playing tonight. It was Taylor Wilson and Elizabeth Lotion. What great play we saw from them tonight.
Taylor Wilson, a new career high, 24 kills. That was a match high. Her previous career high was 19, so blowing that out of the water. South Dakota, in the end, their defense was too much for the Pioneers.
It was. I mean, you can see the attacks. Denver had more attacks, but South Dakota came out and got their points more on the defensive side of the ball, and Denver just couldn't keep up.
The Coyotes are headed to the NCAA tournament. That trophy is theirs. They earned it here at home, on the road, I should say, against the home Pioneers, and they're going to take that home. They're going to the NCAA tournament, and what a thrill it has been for them. Congratulations to South Dakota. a tremendous performance. They are your 2018 Summit League champions. They took down the Denver Pioneers here in Denver 3-2. This has been a presentation of Altitude Sports and Entertainment, your HD home for DU Volleyball. For myself, Megan Connor, and the entire crew, thanks for tuning in. So long for Hamilton Gymnasium. We appreciate you joining us. South Dakota, our champions.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to center court for the presentation of the 2018 Summit League Volleyball Championship Awards. Stephanie Sabadukia, Summit League Assistant Commissioner of Championships and Sports Administration, is on hand today to present the awards. Before we begin with the awards ceremony, let's show the student athletes and coaches your well-deserved appreciation for an exciting 3 days of volleyball culminating in a back-and-forth championship match. Tonight, we begin with the 2018 Summit League Volleyball All-Tournament team. This 9-member All-Tournament team was selected by a vote of the participating coaches and is based on the student-athletes' performance in this weekend's Summit League Championship. Ladies, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your award and remain until all members of the team have been announced. Introducing the All-Tournament team from North Dakota, Jordan Vale. From Omaha, Sadie Limbach. From Purdue Fort Wayne, Nicole Reitnauer. From South Dakota, Taylor Wilson. From Denver, Emma Willis. From South Dakota, Haley Dotseth. From South Dakota, Madison Jurgens. From Denver, Emma Willis. From Denver, Becca Latham. From North Dakota State, Abby Close. Our final individual award of the evening And now to recognize the tournament's most valuable player, the 2018 Summit League Volleyball Tournament MVP is a senior middle blocker from South Dakota, Taylor Wilson. Now we recognize the 2018 Summit League runner-up team, the University of Denver Pioneers, finishing the season with an overall record of 27-2. Congratulations, Pioneers, on a fine 2018 season and a strong showing in this weekend's Summit League tournament. And now presenting awards to the members of the 2018 Summit League Volleyball Champions, the University of South Dakota. At this time, the Summit League would like to recognize the individual members of the championship team. Ladies, after your name is called, please step forward to receive your championship medallions. Abby Peterson, Claire Gertis, Taylor Wilson, Madison Jurgens, Jenna Wegemester, Haley Dotseth, Lauren Sauer, Christina Susak, Rachel Schmidt, Kenzie Hess, Elizabeth Lotion, Lolo Weideman, Ann Rasmussen, Mehana Fonseca, Emily Gratoff, Student Manager Kyle Alderson, Student Manager Courtney Severson, Volunteer Coach Jacob Gapp, Athletic Trainer Jenna Ewer, Director of Operations Madeline Dolney, Assistant Coach Shelley Stumpf, Associate Head Coach Michael Rundy, and the Head Coach of the Coyotes, Leanne Williamson. Please come forward to accept your individual medallion and the game ball from the championship match. And now will the South Dakota captains come forward and accept the championship trophy. Of course, the Coyotes will be the Summit League's representative in the NCAA Volleyball Championship, and we wish them the best of luck. Congratulations to all this weekend's participants for advancing to the 2018 Summit League Championship and for showcasing the sport of volleyball to the fans of the Summit League. Let's show all these fine student athletes our appreciation. The Summit League would like to thank University of Denver Vice Chancellor for Athletics Carlton Creech, Athletic Director Ron Graham, Championship Manager Cindy Nagai, and all of the Pioneer staff for their hospitality and cooperation in putting together an elite championship event. Have a very safe trip home, and thank you for supporting Summit League Volleyball.
quickly. 3-2 win, the number 2 seed. Just her? Do you need? Yeah. Oh, I'm talking to Steven. Steve. Jason's going to get her. Yeah, they're huddled up talking to the team, but they know. That final set is shocking. Not that they won, but that it's 15-6 was a bit shocking. Shocking. Here comes Coach.
I've been down here for most of this game.
No, you're fine. You're totally fine. This is totally how it was supposed to go.
Yeah,
We'll go with it.
Yeah, come on. You're absolutely fine.
Okay.
Absolutely fine. All right, when they tell me they're ready, we'll go. That's Julia, our producer.
Hello,
you can
Julia.
hear her. Okay. Now joined by Coach Leanne Williamson. Congratulations, Summit League champs. How does it feel?
It's extremely surreal right now. I feel like I'm proud, I'm happy, I'm sad for some reason. I mean, it's just overcome with emotion. I mean, our team just battled, every point, and even from set 2 where we feel like we should have been able to close out and to come back and not let that phase us, just says a lot about this team.
Tell me what you think or what was the key in this one. I mean, it was very tight. You expected the top 2 teams in the Summit League to be tight, but you were able to come here on the road and pull out this victory. What was the key?
I mean, the serve and pass, the game, and it's been that case, I think, anytime you play one of the top teams, and you've got 2 of the top teams in the league playing against each other, and I think you saw that when teams were in system, both of us could score actually fairly efficiently, and when we were out of system and we were able to, teams were able to take out either 1 or 2 hitters, that's when teams started having trouble scoring, and I think our serving got stronger at times as the match went on, and we were able to capitalize on that.
I've got to ask about Taylor Wilson. 24 kills. Her career high was 19 coming in. She surpasses that by 5. And there's a number of other stats on there that you can look at. What a performance from a senior. Was this her best match of her career?
I mean, I think Taylor's been incredible for us all year. I think you saw it maybe a little bit more on display just because we're on the big stage at this point in time. But she absolutely played incredible. And I think one of the coolest things is she's been sick the last 2 days. I know she felt like she was going to pass out a couple times. So for her to come in today and really try to put that aside and not allow that to really affect her, she was smart. She was disciplined, and she really led her team in those areas.
Coach, what does a championship, taking home that trophy, the medal around your neck right now, mean to this program as a whole, the big picture, what this team has done?
It's huge. I think for, you look at this team as a whole, as individuals right now, and the fact that we've been working for this since day one. I mean, this is ultimately what we want. This is why we play this game. This is why we work so hard to get to this point. But you look at it as a program as a whole, and we've been talking about this for years. Ever since I've been at South Dakota, which, believe it or not, this is my 10th year there. And we've been talking about at some point getting to this stage and being able to take home that trophy, and for us to be able to say that we've done it now, there's a little bit of that. I think there's a little weight off your shoulders. You can come into Denver and we can knock off a top-seeded Denver on their home floor if you're willing to work together and put in the effort, I guess. But it's huge for us. I mean, going forward, I would expect confidence to come from this, and it's immeasurable.
Coach, congratulations. You're Summit League champions, and good luck in the NCAA tournament.
Thank you.